First impression of the car was on the day of the shoot. I had no idea what I was shooting. All I knew it was an MPV. Honestly, I was expecting something very ugly, and it was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't. It was very shootable. It was an interesting idea. You just wanted like complete destruction. The concept that I was briefed on and we were to shoot was really the annihilation of the car. And then just the drop down, and it was a teaser. Shooting the Xylo was a bit of a challenge because this particular film is a teaser. It's going to be run for a short amount of time, which means that therefore the client is not going to have vast amount of money to spend. So you had to make it work. Therefore, we're going to destroy a car. So we couldn't have destroyed 6 cars. So that was the thing, was to make it happen in one take. I've worked with Alan for years and years and years. In fact, before he was a stunt director. His father's a stunt director. He was just a stuntman at that time, and we got on. I mean, it was just, a bunch of boys. And he used to come in and do the odd stunt for me, right in my early films, early Bombay Dying films and early other films that I'd done. I like working with him, and he's progressed to being one of the best in the business. And Alan, he's worked with international stunt directors, so he's a little bit more technical savvy than a lot of people. So he worked with me on this. My cameraman was Baba Azmi, who's shot most of my films in the last few years. Basically, that was the core team. We need to completely squash the car. 2 ways you can do this. You could do this live, and you could do this on CG. But computer graphics would take time, which we did not have. We had like about a 10-day schedule. With computer graphics, it's impossible, so we had to shoot it live. Shoot it live means we had a real container. So that container was actually weighing about 6-7 tons. We had this container that had a drop down on the car. And like I said, we had only one take. You had one car, you had one drop. We had no idea really how that container was going to react to this drop. It was being dropped from about 40-50 feet in height. And to make it work, we had that on a crane. You had the whole thing being lifted up by a crane, and you had it on a quick release, so that at one point you could actually just kind of release it and it would just fall flat, straight. So to cover it, we had 4 cameras put up. And when it went crash, bang, and it was perfect, the feeling was superb because it was like, we got it, bang. No, not really, because there was no time. It was like one take. So if there was a blooper, it would have been a disaster. It's been a long journey. We've had our fights, our disagreements, but in the interest of the film, and it works well. It's been fun. And they allow me to shoot. I mean, I get an opportunity to shoot the kind of stuff that I like shooting. Going out onto the location, shooting the car in movement, making the car look glamorous, look big. It was a challenge, and it worked, and it was good. It was, it pushes you. And then it's just been a run, I mean, there's been Boleros in between, and there's been Scorpios. A lot of fun. It looked very spacious inside. It looked very comfortable. That's as much as I really saw. I have weird requirements. I like cars, I enjoy performance, but then as I've got older and I've got a family, then, things change. And right now I've got a family and kids that have horses and play polo, and we need space for polo sticks and for gear. And this is actually quite ideal because the amount of crap that you can shove into it, because it's spacious, it's big. So it's practical and it looks comfortable. So I think 90% of the day is ideal.